We bring you tonight into Portland over the Burnside Bridge on a gorgeous evening here in the Pacific Northwest. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, for Bradley Beal, it all started with his shot. His mom was a great athlete in her own right, and she coached him. By age 7, he was making high school range threes. He said, "I just run from arc to arc. I loved it because you knew you had to guard me all the way out there. Everywhere I went, it was shooter, shooter. My name became shooter." Kevin, it still is.
It sure is. Thanks, David. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Portland, fourth in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top tier, maybe the top 3.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Well, it's possible we haven't seen them at their best yet. They've shown they can play with any team in the league. Now they need to do it every night, not just some nights.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. They've got Porter. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Otto Porter Jr. And it's the Cobra. And it's DiVincenzo in at shooting guard. And for the Trailblazers, DeJounte Murray is out there with Bradley Beal. And it's Rudy Gobert. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Anthony in at the 4 slot. Porter looking it over. Looking at teams with new coaches, Chris, how long do you think it usually takes a new system to get the kinks out and work properly?
Yeah, hopefully you have veteran players because they can adapt the system a little bit quicker. Younger players, they might not, know the lingo. They might not know necessarily where to be. So you have to practice. And with practice time not being as a premium like it used to be, it's a little tougher. So it takes a while. You want to make sure you kind of look at the season, 82 games. You look at them in 4 20-game stretches, and you hope by that second 20-game stretch, you're into finding your rhythm as a team, and the team's starting to hone in on those little details.
Good perspective. Now, here's Porter. Pulls up. The shot will not fall. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Outside, Beal. Just 5 to shoot. Banked in off the glass.
Beal plays big in the paint. It doesn't matter who's on him. He's determined to finish open.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And that one's good by Porter.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you have to bring much faster help than that. He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
The dish to Porter. Pass to Porzingis. Over Anthony. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, that's something that they scouted him coming into tonight. They know he can make this shot. That's a poor effort defensively.
Now Porter. Bradley Beal missing from long range. Porter with it. Here's Porzingis. Gobert with the block. And they get it back. Porter finds Porter. Shot clock at 6. Bulls moving the ball around. It's stolen by Gobert. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Barton wide open. He fires. Nets the quarter 3.
But he doesn't have a clear path to the hoop, so why not? I mean, pull up and bury the 3 in transition.
DiVincenzo passes to the Cobra. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, GA, I mean, great look, high percentage shot. That's the efficiency you're looking to establish.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's the Cobra. This game an incredible scoring display for him.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Murray surveying the D. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young, he still has a very bright future.
That one misses for Murray. And Murray winning second team all-defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time, he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
Gobert with the block. Porter against Barton. Dishes it to Carmelo. Barton against Porter. 6 to shoot. Gobert. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
A chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. But Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
Here's the Cobra after the made shot from Bradley Beal. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Bulls shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
At the line, Bulls.
No good on the free throw. That one misses.
Well, with all the youth the Bulls had, the team wanted to bring in some veterans over the summer.
Yeah, and that's something that needed to happen, GA. I mean, the team had some room in free agency to fill out some leadership roles, but in Chicago, it's still a major market. And vets would love to come and play for the Windy City.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Porter. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And good that time. The Cobra's got his second basket of the game.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Beal, the pass to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Gets it to him off the bounce pass and gets the assist.
And here are the Bulls now. They trail by 7. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Well, staying with your game plan is so important, especially when you are away from your home arena.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
Here's Beal. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
The Cobra passes to DiVincenzo. Again, Chicago.
And when you've got that much of a size advantage on your defender, that's how you take advantage of it.
Here's Murray. Good on the bucket. Murray's got 6.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Here's DiVincenzo. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Porter. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, you better wrap Porter up on these type of shots. When you don't, he fends off the contact well and finishes in style.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. We're talking about number 1 options at the offensive end. There's a mentality, right, that you got to have as the team's go-to scorer, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let's look at Harden. He could go 0 for 7, and then he expects to go 27-27. How about Curry? Have you ever seen Thompson when they said, oh, my God, Klay Thompson is off. Last game, he only had 11 points. Well, when that happens, you can bet your last dollar that the next game, he's going to make every shot. And so what it is, again, a short memory. Whether you make a lot, so what? I'm going to do that again tonight. And if you missed a lot the previous night, so what? That was.
And here's Bell. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. The pass to the Cobra. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. Carter's got 3 assists in the game. So the Bulls 5 right now. Carter out there with Bell. Then there's Hill. Then it's Porter. And it's the Cobra in at the 1 spot. Murray, no good.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
Second shot opportunity. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Portland called for the foul.
And the ceiling so high for Porter. A versatile, effective forward who does so many things well.
That one drops. He ties it up. G.A. drafted after only playing 3 games at the University of Missouri. A lot of people probably hadn't seen Michael Porter Jr. play basketball. But with that in mind, describe his game for us now.
Kevin, at 6'10", he's a fluid athlete with tremendous shot-making ability. He grew up one of 7 kids, homeschooled. They all played ball. He's had a basketball in his hands from a very young age, and you can see it in his approach.
Count that one.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Hill looking it over. Over to the wing. The Cobra passes to Carter. Shot clock at 5. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Here's Porter. And again, Chicago. No good. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
They needed more fire and intensity tonight. Even if they don't win the battle of the boards, they have to put up a fight.
The Cobra passes to Bell. Gobert with the block, but they'll get another chance. Passes to the Cobra. Beyond the arc. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Carter's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Down low, here's Barton, and Barton throws it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Monday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Sacramento Kings. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for that game against the Warriors, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Hill, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Gobert with the block. Now Murray. 17 points for him last game against Oklahoma City.
But it didn't deter him from attacking defensively. His pressure was terrific. He also got 3 steals in that game.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those typicals.
Chicago calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
For Chicago, Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Jordan Bell. Dumboya comes in for Carter. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for George Hill. Here's the Cobra. He's covered by Murray. Pass to the Cobra. 11 feet away. That shot off. Murray with the defensive effort. Deep 2 from Anthony. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists tonight.
But you know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Here's the Cobra. He's covered by Murray. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And the layup falls. And now an 8-point Portland lead.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Rebound by Anthony.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And he's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
Inside, Cornett. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Cornett's got his first 2 points of the night.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Now here's Anthony. Last time out he had 13 points. The 11-footer. And the shot is long. Bulls trail by 6. DiVincenzo passes to the Cobra. Here's Cornett. The rebound by Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Anthony kicks to Murray. It's hauled in by Cornett.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
Dumboya can't get it to go. Trailblazers leading by 6. Murray dishes to Barton. Has to Gobert. Back to Barton. Here's the 3. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Barton. Anthony's got 11 points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Chicago has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. The Cobra passes to Doumbouya. Anthony with the defensive effort.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
To the inside. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Oh, that's some skill on that assist. I mean, the timing has to be perfect on a lead pass.
Here's the Cobra. He's got 9. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Fires the 3. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's the Cobra. He's covered by Murray. The Cobra passes to Doumbouya. Bulls moving the ball around. Here's Cornette. Kicks it to Porter. They get the rebound. DiVincenzo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one's on Anthony.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Bulls have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight. First free throw is good. Chris, the common thought. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Trailblazers out in front. They lead by 5. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
I mean, that is important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got to offensive rebound too as well. Get us some second chance at the basket, and just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. Taking a look at the Trailblazers. Kenny?
Well, they've been rewarded for dumping the ball inside, keeping the defense honest. You have to mix it up. A little bit outside, a little bit inside. Now that separates teams.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
Well, they could be ahead in this game if they were taking care of the boards. More possession means more scoring opportunities. A few rebounds either way could decide the outcome of the game. Ultimately, this game will come down to who wants it more.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Portland, they've got DeJounte Murray. Bill Barton is out there with Anthony, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Beal in at the 2.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Hey, guys, you think he was sending a message on that one? He doesn't like losing.
Here's Murray. That one's not going to go. So the Bulls will take it the other way. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They've led by as many as 11 points. Outside, Beal. The pass to Gobert. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. 10 points for Rudy Gobert.
We've seen Bill evolve as a playmaker, including how he spots his open teammates.
Here's DiVincenzo. Passes it to Porzingis. Outside Porter. DiVincenzo passes to the Cobra. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And how about the strength from the big fella? Porter is used to having to power through contact.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game.
An 85% shooter there, and they've been able to count on him hitting his shots from the line.
Free throw good. Porter. 90 seconds now into the second half. Barton finds Gobert. Back to Barton. Over Porter. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Bulls trail by 4. To the paint. Here's the Cobra. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. Now, that makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
Barton outside. Back to Anthony. Gobert trying to get open. Chicago grabs the miss. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to the Cobra for the lead. An absolute bomb from three-point range. The Cobra's got the lead up to 1 now for the Bulls. Pass to Gobert. Taken away. In transition, here come the Bulls. Here's the Cobra. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. Number 1, the Bulls.
And all those points off turnovers have been a huge bonus. I mean, that aggressive defense has also paid dividends at the offensive end of the floor.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Barton finds Murray. To stop the run. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
He's been cold, and it's been hurting him. The D, I mean, was ready for him. He hasn't been able to solve it.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
Greg, this game has come to life. They're out there battling now. We didn't see this in the first half.
Chris, middle of last season, plenty of drama around the AD trade request. Davis wanting to leave New Orleans. Some say all publicity is good publicity. But Commissioner Silver clearly does not agree.
I don't agree either, and I think if you go back, the Lakers would say that's a self-inflicted wound. And some things are best left in the locker room. Let me tell you this. Every team tried to trade for AD except the team that didn't have him last year and maybe the Golden State Warriors. So everyone was out there. It just wasn't the rumors. And so, no, you never really like those rumors. They affect young players. They affect the player that may be being traded for. They affect the whole fan base. They affect everyone. So you want to try to keep all of that in-house. Some things are better left unsaid.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
They came out the locker room refreshed. I mean, they've been the stronger team since halftime, no doubt.
Puts it up from 15. Portland no good that time either.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
No, doing anything they can to stop the bleeding, but so far they've had no answers.
There's the pass to Barton. Now here's Gobert. Can they get it? And slam dunk by Gobert.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Here's Porter. Gobert with the block. 3-pointer. Barton. Rebound by the Bulls. Here's DiVincenzo. 6 points for him. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. It's a 5-point game. Caldwell Pope kicks to Gobert. That's tipped. Barton with it. 7 points in the game. Murray outside. Back to Barton. Here's the teardrop. Here's Gobert. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the 3 ball is good. And that's 21 points for the Cobra.
And he delivers another blow. Something's gotten into him this quarter. He's carrying them offensively.
Barton surveying the floor. Back to Rubio. High arcing shot. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet. Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer him down.
Anthony against Porzingis. Passes it to Barton. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Barton. 16 points for Rudy Gobert. The Bulls leading by 6. Porter passes to DiVincenzo. Here's the Cobra. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
And that one's good. Barton's got 9.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Porter against Barton. Porter passes to Porzingis. To the middle. Here's the Cobra. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. The Bulls have shot 60% from the line, 6 of 10.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Bradley's checked in for Gobert, and Lee's subbed in for DeJounte Murray. Chicago also making some changes. Bell is checked in for Porzingis. Doumbouya comes in for Portland, and it's Dragic in for Dante DiVincenzo. Trailblazers trail by 9. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Nice game. Great performance by the Cobra.
He's running wild. They had to call a timeout just to take away at least some of his momentum. She said, don't be stressing in the limelight.
Looking now at the numbers for Will Barton. How last month turned out for him? He's around 10 points per game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, G.A., I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Back to Dragic. Down low. Great pass to set up the lay-in. 30 points for the Cobra.
Some players might wear down during this kind of run. He's only getting strong.
Trailblazers trail by 8. Outside Anthony. He dishes it to Barton. 5 to shoot. He kicks to Lee. From past the arc. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 4th rebound in this one. Shoots from the elbow. No good that time. Now Portland takes it the other way. After this one, they take on the Clippers at the Staples Center. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. The feed to Barton. And the call on the shot. It sends him to the line. The Trailblazers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
That free throw, no good. Some change. We played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. And the shot goes down.
Far from just an outside score. Bill also has the skills needed to capitalize close to the basket.
Taking a look at the Bulls. Otto Porter Jr. out there with Carter. And it's the Cobra. And there's Hill. And it's Porzingis in at 7. 'Cause 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 'C And the first one at the line is good. He hits both from the stripe.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Here's Lee. Nice D from Porzingis. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Chicago. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game.
It's not an easy finish for Porter. I mean, that'll get him pumped up. Always nice to score against that kind of physical D.
Lee outside. Pass to Beal. From outside the arc. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession.
And that was a risky pass. Fortunate that the D didn't get that one. It was in the air for a long time.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. The Cobra passes to Hill. Lays it up off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 20.
Just a terrific athlete, George Hill, showing the body control there to go chest to chest and finish.
Beal taking his time here. And it's sent back by Carter.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
That one drops for him.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Knocked loose. Lets it go from the wing. Here's Porter. Rebound by Anthony.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Here's Lee, and Lee with the stop.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Beal with it. He's picked up by Hill. Here's Lee. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Lee's got 6 in the quarter.
As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
Here's the Cobra. He's covered by Murray. Carter, the pass to Porzingis. Goes back up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Shooting from Chicago. Kristaps Porzingis at the line for 2.
The first one falls. C-Web, the NBA always trying to improve every aspect of the game, and that includes officiating.
Yeah, and it should include officiating, one of the most important parts of the game and one of the toughest jobs within the business of basketball. I mean, these guys are making calls on the fly without the advantage of the camera at home that we have watching through the screen, or without the advantage of slow motion technology. So first of all, kudos to the refs that go out and give it their best every day. We have the best refs in any of sports, I believe, and we still need to improve on that. The league recognizes that, and I love the fact that everybody's doing it together.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Pass to Murray. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That'll be his second foul of the game. Chris, regarding the overstated pre-draft concerns about Luka Doncic, even as the game goes international, it seemed like many GMs are scared to go all in on European players.
And rightfully so. It's a new area, and if they're not immersed into the culture, it may be a little more trepidation on that end. But I would just say, just look at the really the great stories. Whether you're talking about the Vlade Divac or the Sabos that came into the game, and even if you go to Marciulionis, Dirk Nowitzki, yeah, come on, Porzingis. We got a lot of great players from overseas that have shown us that they can make the way. But the mistake would be is thinking just because someone lives close to him, they would have the game of a Dirk Nowitzki, and that's not true. So you need to do your due diligence, but I think European players have already proved the type of heart, skill set, and mindset that they come to this game with, which is at the top.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And here is Murray. Outside, Beal launches a three. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 7th assist in the game.
Man, it's hard. It's so hard for defenders to keep up with Beal. He has good quickness and speed for his position.
And it's good for 2. 14 points for Otto Porter Jr. Trailblazers trail by 21. Now the pass to Anthony. Over Porter. Back to Barton. See, Webb, if we lower the draft age back to 18, the league will take a larger role developing high school players. Your thoughts?
Well, I think I think it could be a safety net. You know, so many kids are vulnerable at this time, and they don't have a system, and that's why everything's kind of been messed up for players trying to figure out what is the correct system. How do I really get immersed? I want to be in the NBA. What is the right way? And I think the younger you are, with the more direction that you have, it can only turn out to be a safer process, I would hope.
And getting better pro-level training, too, coaching.
Yeah, pro-level training, pro-level knowledge, pro-level relationships. I think it's a great thing by the league.
Both good from the line that time.
And one difference this have is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Passes it to Gobert. Outside, Beal. Here's Gobert. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Porzingis.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower. Probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players and switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game. Gobert dishes to Bradley. Now Rubio. Back to Bradley. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in. It's been a clinical performance. He's played a huge role and has them in position to grab the double.
Pass to Gobert. Back to Rubio. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
Here's the Cobra, covered by Rubio. The Cobra passes to Porzingis. The layup missed.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
On the wing, Porter. Pass to Porter. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Here's DiVincenzo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot, no good. Bradley with some nice D. Here's Rubio. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Beal's got 6 assists here tonight.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Porter finds Porter. Here's the Cobra to the inside. Outside Porter. Tries again. Here's Porter. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And just utilizing his athletic ability on the glass. I really enjoy watching Porter hit the boards. With all that size and strength, he'll be a factor.
For the Trailblazers, Anthony comes in for Bradley, and Barton subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Free throw good, Porter. So it's Portland now. Now here's Beal. It's hauled in by the Bulls. The Cobras got 4 rebounds now tonight. Inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Trailblazers trail by 15. Lee goes in.
Shooting for Portland. Lee. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Lee. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Bulls leading by 13. Out to the right wing, and the pass to the Cobra. Shoots the 3, and the Bulls another 3.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Out left to the wing. Here's Porzingis again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
Beal is so dangerous in the open floor. He can burn you with his speed, his shooting, in pretty much every way.
Porter with it. Out guarded by Barton. They double him with Barton. And a wide open look for Porter. Another 3 for Chicago.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Bulls.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though. Whenever things started to look a little dire, and really put the hammer down.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for the Cobra.
I mean, he had a plan for how to attack the D. He executed and never let up. Relentless offensive basketball.
To the paint, doubled by Lee. Porter passes to the Cobra. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. 32 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Lee kicks to Anthony. From the line. Beal up top. Porter pulls it in. And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 13-4 run. That one goes. Count it. The Cobras got 45 points.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game. A sustained effort across the board.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Goran, what has been the key to the success of this team lately and the key tonight?
In the last 2 games, everybody is playing for each other. You know, we're sharing the ball, we are active in defense, and we run. I think so. Last 2 games, that was the key. Everybody was involved, everybody was shooting the ball well, and here's the result.
Yeah, everything's working really well for you right now. Thanks for the time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. So long.